What a nice day this has been. I had a good night's sleep last night and got up and had some coffee and a bowl of cereal. I walked my dog and hopped on Metro and went to the DuPont Circle gym where I attended a Pilates class. This is my third Pilates class, and did my cardio training, and I still had about 45 minutes, so I brought a book on feng shui. I'm going to feng shui my house, clean up some of the clutter. Cleaned up a lot of it, but I'd like to clean up some more. And then I attended a stretching class, and that's the third one I've attended. That's really good. There's some things that you do that I did with my legs, and my legs didn't move smoothly, like jerkedly, like square. And the instructor said that's because you're tight there. It should be a nice smooth round, and it was like, actually I was pretty amazed that I wasn't able to rotate my legs when I first did that. That was like last Saturday when I first did that. I'm like, what's wrong with this leg? How come it's like moving in square, almost like I don't know, just not natural? And she said, oh, that's because you're tight. I'm like, oh. It's still doing it, but not as bad. Also, there's a routine where you have to pull your foot. You put your hands down and you pull your foot up between your hands, and that was pretty tough last week. And this week, it's like moved it right up. So I'm getting a little bit more limber. I'm really happy about that. I was happy about the day, and I had a good workout. And on the way home, there's this on U Street in Washington. That's revitalizing. But there's this little cake shop that I pass, and I love cake. I like pastries. And this morning when I was walking by, I noticed that they had cupcakes in it, and so I was like, I'm going to go get a cupcake. So I did. I got 3 cupcakes and something else and brought it home, and I had 1 cupcake and that something else thing. I don't know, it was a roll that had some kind of a cream cheesy thing with nuts and stuff. It was really, really good. And the cupcakes had a buttercream frosting. It was amazingly good. And I didn't feel guilty at all. We're working hard, exercising with my routines all week long. It was time for a break, but the other 2 cupcakes are going to last for a couple days because I splurged, and I was so hungry. But anyway, we managed to eat and got that taken care of. And then this afternoon, I just relaxed, looked at a couple things on the internet. Yesterday I went to the Crystal Fox, which is the metaphysical bookstore in one of them in the area, and that's up in Laurel, Maryland. And it's a hike because it's not real easy to get there. First of all, Laurel's a mess. It's on Route 1, and anyone on the eastern seaboard knows Route 1 is a mess. It doesn't matter whether you're in Maine or Florida. If there's something on Route 1, it's like you really got to want something in order to go on Route 1 to go get it. But I did need something. I needed some more incense, and I wanted some, Oh yeah, essential oils. So I braved going over there on a Friday afternoon, got my stuff and got home in time for rush hour. I took a couple back roads just to miss some of the thing and missed the nasty parts of the Beltway before I got home. And just everything worked really well. Traffic lights and hitting metro trains at the right time. I mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. There's a book that I read called The Magic of Believing, and it's by Claude Bristol, and it's a pretty cool book. And the beginning of it's kind of boring because he talks about how he never believed in this stuff, and he was a news reporter and a work correspondent and all this and that. And it's like, it's pretty dry. But then he gets into the how to do the things, looking in the mirror, writing cards, projecting your thoughts, things like that. And that's pretty interesting. And I may have mentioned it in another blog, but a friend of mine has cancer, and I gave her my book, and my book's a mess because I've read it so many times. I've got it like scotch taped together and things like that. But she has cancer of the liver and of the hip and things like that. But her liver is pretty much healed. Now, granted, it wasn't just all this. It wasn't all holistic. She was taking chemo and things like that. But anyone that's familiar with cancer knows that stuff takes a long time. And this has been, what, 6 months, 4 months? I don't know, 4 to 6 months. It's pretty amazing. This stuff, this mind stuff, is amazing. And again, I mentioned that in May, at the beginning of the year, I was like 225 pounds, and I'm starting to gain weight again. But this is a good thing, at least I think it is, because I noticed that my fat is going down, so it must be muscle mass. So it's like I've gone from 165 to 167. I mean, it's not a whole hell of a lot, but you know, it's gaining weight, and that's exactly where I want it to be. So that's really cool. On the house front, I had someone actually come over on Monday to take a look at the house, and someone gave me a call, but they didn't really want to buy my house. They wanted to buy another one. Okay. I'm going to start working on that. And the job, it's like, well, that's not... I didn't want to say it's not going too well, because, you know, I don't mind sitting at home and reading and getting caught up and going to the gym and stuff like that. So I'm looking at this is what I should be doing right now, is getting my body set up for whatever next. A friend of mine said, "Oh, you're probably going to get a job in a warehouse." And I'm like, "Oh well, you know, maybe. Who cares? if they pay well, why no? I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't care." So. That's about all I have for right now, ending is always such a bastard. You never know, so it's just like peace.